morning. Excellent. Okay. Buenos dias, everyone. Welcome to Coldwell Banker Dynasty here in Temple City, our headquarters. We have two offices. We have our Arcadia office as well. We welcome everyone. We are an agency that cares, an agency with a lot of heart. And I commend everybody who attends our meetings. We're so grateful. A lot of our affiliates attend our meetings and our agents here to benefit from our affiliates and from all the news that our broker is going to enlighten us with. Last week, while he was away, it was a little quiet. We did have some events going on, a legislation day and a Compass C4 day out in Irvine. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and begin with our affiliates, and who I see here first is Maria Howard. So Maria, why don't you begin? Welcome.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you all for the questions and concerns for my husband. Just goes to show you that, we are a community and we hold up each other. And when one person is hurting, we send lots of love and prayers, regardless of what industry you're in. We are all human beings, and kindness and generosity goes a long way, with that being said. So tomorrow, Sabrina and I were scheduled to come and speak, but Sage is coming tomorrow. I will not be there. I will be at Keck Hospital. I will be still sponsoring lunch, but I will be taking my husband to get those staples removed. So Sage will be the representative and speaking on both of our behalves. And, home warranty, I have to say, is pretty universal. We have some nuances, difference from company to company. But I have to say it's a representative that really makes the difference in your transaction, knowing that she will call you back. And we have a lovely team here of representatives, Pam, Sandy, ladies, I've known you for years. And any one of us that you're using, let me tell you, these girls, they work hard. We are diligent in what we do. We get beat up sometimes, but we are still here for your transactions. So I just want to give a kudos shout out to my home warranty gal friends. Love you guys. Mean it. You have all an amazing day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all of your kind words. Appreciate it. And just know that on behalf of the Chang family and everyone here at the office sends their warm love to you and everyone who has shared and non-shared what you're going through under your roof. Thank you. Next, let me see here. Who else is here? John, you're up.
Thank you, Sylvia.
You're welcome, John.
Great to see everybody. September is around the corner. I can't believe it. This month flew by. Yes, every day is a struggle. Marriages are work, but they work. And if you put the right time into anything, you will definitely be successful. And it's just like your business, guys. Be consistent, be persistent, make sure your clients know and your potential clients know that you're there for them, just like I am for you. And just want to let you know, you can order your Snap-in HD reports to take it with you on a listing appointment. Have that valuable information with you, the taxes, if there's any hazards, zones that affect the property, because that usually affects the decision-making, and it's a material fact when you're doing a transaction. The other thing I want to remember is that the renter's report is free. It is a requirement when you're doing leases. And the latest thing, besides the fact that we have the FHDS car form in our report so you don't have to search the car forms, is there is a new report that's out. It's called the Wildfire Disclosure Report. It is not a Snap-in HD product. It is a Fortress Fire partnered car product. It takes 48 hours to get. It is not mandatory. And it's $140, but you can get it off our website or through me. It's a way for the insurance companies to make properties more attractive for fire insurance companies to issue fire insurance. It lets you know what's going on with the property, if it's in a high or very high fire severity zone, It also lets you know whether or not the property is in compliance with defensible space or home hardening as best they can, because it's based on aerial and airplane views within the last 6 months. And they give you a list of what needs to be done. On the other side, they give you a map of the property from an aerial view, circling the problematic areas on the property, so you know exactly what they're talking about, as well as a range of price to get the compliance done. But if you have questions on anything, 29 plus years of experience here, just be persistent, be consistent, and you will get the business. I'm here as your partner, and I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful office, as well as being a part of your team. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. And we like to call it family. So thank you very much. Appreciate you. Next here, I see Scott. Scott, you're up.
Hey, everybody. Scott Shimamoto, Journey Mortgage Advisors. We are a broker, a loan broker. That means we have access to all kinds of products, inside the box, outside the box. I want to talk a little bit about reverse mortgage today, because reverse mortgage is a huge tool that you can use in order to free up equity, to help, people buy houses. In other words, like the parents have a house, they have a lot of equity, but maybe they can't qualify to get some kind of financing to free up their equity to help their kids buy a house. Or you could also buy a house with a reverse mortgage. So basically, like if the person wants to buy, move down, but they can't qualify for a loan because maybe they're retired or something like that, you could use the equity from selling their current house and then use reverse mortgage to take care of the rest of it. What I'm trying to say here, bottom line is, use reverse mortgage to try and figure out how you can create a bunch of transactions for yourself. There's a possible listing for yourself and multiple purchases on the other side. So if you're, talking to people and, they want to do something, but they can't figure out how to get something financed. If they're over 62, they could potentially do a reverse mortgage. So, get a hold of me and I'll explain how it all works. I've done training for Banker Dynasty before. I think it's probably recorded, so you can see more details, or you can just call me directly at 626-399-1525. Also, I'm going to be doing training next Thursday on how to do these short videos. I think it's 2:00 on Thursday. I believe it's the 4th or something of September, but whatever it is, next Thursday. Come on down. We're going to actually, I'll show you how to do it, how to get yourself in that attitude of making these really great videos. And then we're going to actually do a video, because Kelvin made me do an actual video with somebody. So somebody's going to actually end up with a short video. And I'm going to make it fun, no pressure. Don't not show up because you're not feeling comfortable about getting on camera. We're going to make the video. You do not have to publish it if you don't want. But if it's good, then publish it. But I'll tell you the tricks I've been using, and me, I know how to present and I know how to make these videos, and I'll show you how to do a good one. So thanks, Kelvin and Sylvia, for letting us participate as affiliates on your meetings.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And thanks for not joking on the overwhelming, voluptuous personalities that some of us have. Next here, back at you, Sandy.
That was nice, Sylvia. Very nice. Segue into overwhelming personalities. Gotcha.
Thank you. And talk about personalities, I like to bring up Nicole. Nicole, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Nicole Menard, Fidelity National Title. Thankful to be a part of this family and community of agents and affiliates. Just wanted to share with you, I know a lot of the transactions that are taking place right now are for empty nesters or trusts. Want you to be aware that if you're trying to calculate Prop 19 information, we do have a calculator available on our website, and I'll put that link in the chat. And if you need any assistance at all, we're here to service your title needs and answer any questions you may have. Have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. thank you so much for allowing us to be here with all of you. We appreciate you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate you too. I look forward to those swimming pool Instagram photos. Thank you.
For the weekend.
And let me see who else I have here. I have Pam. Pam's here today. Pam, you're up.
Hi, everybody. Pam with American Home Shield Home Warranty and NHD. On the home warranty, we have 3 plans, very simple. If you need my cheat sheet, please reach out to me so I can give it to you so you know exactly what plan you are getting. With the Shield Complete, we already have roof included. You don't have to pay extra for that. We have the upgrades on the kitchen appliances and upgrades on AC, which is the most important right now, right? So please reach out to me on that to make sure your buyers are getting the correct plan. It doesn't say American Home Shield Home Warranty on the confirmations. It'll say Coldwell Banker Home Warranty on the confirmation. So we love the free marketing. As well as NHD, it's still $50, and that is with environmental. That is going to go through the end of the year of 2023. So please reach out. Most of you are just texting it to me, which is easy, and I can order it right there for you and send you a copy. And if you need me to send it to escrow, I can do that as well. So $50 with environmental. Please remember that on the NHD side as well. So have a great one. Thanks, Sylvia. Thanks, Kelvin. And to my fellow affiliates, thanks, Maria, for your nice thoughts or your nice words. And we're all trying to work hard right now and work hard for you. So reach out to us. Thanks. And I know
Thank you.
Sandy's here too.
Yes, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. And let me see. Hi, Narinder. I see Narinder here. Let me see who else here. If we have any other affiliates here. No, looks like those are our only affiliates present today. It looks like everyone's getting a head start on the Labor weekend. Is there anyone that I missed? I don't see Nancy. Nancy's not here.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you are? Oh, Angie, I didn't see you. Also, you were here earlier.
Yeah.
Perfect. Angie, you're up. First American Title.
Thank you, Sylvia. Hi, good morning, Cindy. Angie Tang, First American Title. Just wanted to let you know that fraud is on a rise again, especially when challenging times are present. I'm not sure if I talked to you about this last time, but I did have a file that was flagged for elder abuse. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about that. And so I wasn't able to close that file because it was a fraudulent document. My daughter's here. And so when you're dealing with files right now and transactions, you want to double check to make sure that you're following through and going through everything with title, because we're the ones that look out for these types of things. So if there's something that we see as a flag, we try to look at every scenario and dig deep to make sure that there is, high possibility that there is fraud before we deny a case. So just keep that in mind that we are working with clients. The last thing you want to do is close a file and then later on get nipped in the butt because there's a litigation case because it was fraudulent. So these are the reasons why, excuse me, there's title insurance, so that we can make sure that we ensure that there is no problems in the future for you, at least minimize the possibility of any litigation. So we're here to help you grow your business and secure your transactions. Angie Tang, First American Title. Thank you. Thanks, Kelvin.
Thank you so much. Have a great Labor weekend.
You too.
And next, I see Brandon here. Brandon, you're up. Brandon, you may be on mute.
Oh, can you not hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I was saying, great to see you this morning, Sylvia, at Caravan. It's always great to see you in person. I think I saw a couple people last time. I stopped in the office, and it was great to see you all. As you guys know, with First American, you have Angie, Sandy, and I. We work together on a daily basis. So not only are you getting one of us, you get the 3 of us. And why we work together is, as a team, we're trying to help you guys get business. And when it comes to NHDs and home warranties and title, all the resources that First American has, as you all know, we are a very large Fortune 500 company. The resources that First American invests into the resources to help agents get more business is why we're here, right? We don't do business unless you do business. So everything we can do to help you get more business, that's why we're here. And the products that we provide, we're also partnering with CAR. Those of you that are going to be at CAR this year, at the expo. I will be there on the 21st, and we are going to be promoting the Fortress Fire product because we feel that it is another piece of business that can help you and your buyers when it comes to them understanding their properties more. And the other thing too is when it comes to the FHDS form, when your clients have questions, I always offer this, that you can always have them call me. You're not expected to know everything about the NHD product. I'm the person that's going to be there for you to answer those questions for your clients. So never feel like you need to be the one to answer it. You can always, have your clients call me. If I can't answer something, we have a geologist on our staff as well as a tax team that can go into the details, especially if you have those attorney clients. But again, I'm always here for you. I'm here to help you get business, and I hope everyone has a fantastic week.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And it's always fun to see you, not only at Caravan, but all like the ARIA events and legislative days and things like that. So thank you. I appreciate that. Let me see here. I'm scrolling here to see if there's anyone else that is signed on after. Don't want to miss anyone and introduce anyone here. I'm going through the screen. No, looks like we're good. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quote of the day that I learned, and I hope nobody here gets offended because I know we're in offensive time right now. And I just want to share something that was very educational for me, very straight to the point. In part of the classes that I took last week, which I did see some of you there, Elaine Tran was there on one of them. I just want to share that by Joel Carlson, a broker certified trainer with CAR, his quote of the day was, "If you think education is expensive, try ignorance." And that's it. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to call anybody ignorant that doesn't like education, but it is deep and it's true. So I wanted to share that with you. I do have to bail out of here at 10:30. I'm going to introduce our broker, and then hopefully I can come on so I can share some things with you. So with that said, I'd like to welcome our very intelligent and very educated, well-rounded broker that just came from Hawaii. And hopefully he brought some Lays back that are still fresh. But with that said, let's welcome Kelvin Chang. Kelvin, you're up.
Thank you for the introduction. And it's not, usually I'd like to say it's great to be back, but it's actually great to be back over here in Hawaii. Because it was great weather. Definitely had a good time with the family. As you can see from Brady, he had so much fun digging castles and really just doing and exploring a lot of the Hawaii islands. So when I wanted to go over today is just really want to do an update. I want to really get in front of everybody and really get some guidance and help to you. I can see that there's a lot of stuff going on in the education front. So without further ado, I'll start sharing my screen and get to the slides. And I did really love the quote that Sylvia had mentioned. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. So I did pull that up slide, and I did want to share. What does it mean? What does it mean? And definitely, as you say, not in a sense of ignorance is a bad thing. It's that, hey, you have the ability to invest in yourself. You don't have to spend money. Investing could be your time. And one of those things that you can spend your time on is improving your presentation skills, attending a class, or what I'm going to introduce to you is investing in spending some time in your Moxie tools, your website, and getting to understand and take some of those lessons there, because it's all there to really, you don't know what you're missing out until you really try it. And I know a lot of you are fearful of technology or fearful of customizing your website. If not, you don't have to spend your time. There is a way you can invest, because the way it's designed is you can have someone on WordPress build your site for you. If And there's many, many talented young kids who know how to do WordPress very well. I think Coldwell Banker at the end of the year will be even offering someone to help you customize it for a small fee. And they'll design it exactly how you want it with pretty colors and the kind of the theme that you want, and even help you with a logo, different things like that for a small fee. So ultimately, just really know that there are a lot of lessons that could be learned. You can learn lessons from your own trials and tribulations and failures and mistakes that you do with your own clients or in your own transactions. It's okay. It happens. If you forget to check a box, or if you forget to give a disclosure, those things are minor things that can be corrected. And if you just point it out, say, I'm sorry, I missed this one thing. Can I have you please re-sign this? Can I share this with you now? Let's go over this because I missed that detail. What I don't like is me making the same mistakes. Okay. So what you want to do is just learn from your mistakes, or learn from other people's mistakes, where I share during my Tuesday classes incidences or areas that I see mistakes happen, and I try to correct it on the spot. So I feel that it's a very good lesson learned. You can come forward with me with your generic or actual examples, and I'm very happy to share and provide solutions, because I can tell you it is way more expensive to pay for your mistakes through litigation, to pay through clients' complaints and saying, you didn't tell me that there was mold here. And even though we're not a mold expert, but then they're going to ask you and to stick your hand out with some money because they want to get it repaired and send it for samples or this and this and that. Or you didn't check the box for the home warranty. And I know we have great home warranty people here, and we honestly made a mistake. And then now you have to end up paying for it because your client says, they told you they wanted it and nothing is written, or your agreements are oral. Stuff like that happens. So I can tell you there's so many lessons to be learned, but don't make the expensive mistake, which is having to really just cover the expense of that mistake. So we have our 2-week bi-weekly meetings and Kelvin's Keys to Success every back on schedule. So I'm happy to see you, except for Kelvin's Keys to Success is at 2 o'clock, not 10 a.m. And as Maria Howard alluded to, she won't be able to make it, but she was supposed to be scheduled with Sage. Sage will be here. We're covering tomorrow our Lunch and Learn. What is inside that CREST NHD report? And note, it is a CREST NHD report, which is a much better, improved version, because our company belongs with CREST CREST Insurance. And there's also a CREST Home Warranty provided by Maria Howard and her company. So they're going to be covering a little bit about the differences, what makes it special as CREST, and how these tools can help you earn more business and be more helpful to your clients. So so that'll be live, and join us live at the Temple City branch for the lunch. And our super training, we got escrow training, and we have commercial as well. So go ahead and take a class with the Arcadia or West San Gabriel board. They have a lot of cool stuff going on there. We have stuff going on the Coldwell Banker training front. So if you checked your inbox 10 minutes before the sales meeting, I emailed all of you the PDFs that Coldwell Banker has been provided me to share with you to sign up for one of the Moxie classes, sign up for one of the agent classes, learn how to use your website, create a buyer dream tool. There's so many cool things on the power of Moxie, the difference between Moxie Engage, Moxie Present, Moxie Impress, your Moxie website. And they have a beginner's class, which will be labeled 101, and an intermediate class, which will be labeled 201. So check your inbox, because they have all the September classes available for sign up, and you could do it from the comfort of your own home. I don't know if Sylvia has any updates you want to share today regarding.
I do. Thank you. Appreciate that, Kelvin. Okay, and with education, for those of you agents that are CRS certified, and if you don't know what that is, it's Certified Residential Specialist. there is going to be a regional networking event this evening at Sierra Madre over at the Nano Cafe. Most of you know the Nano Cafe. They have another one over in Arcadia on Live Oak. So it's going to be Arcadia, Pasadena, San Gabriel, Monrovia, Glendora, Azusa, Glendale, and Burbank associations that are going to be there. Mark and I have been personally invited to attend this, so we will be there, even though it's our 37th wedding anniversary today. We will be there to represent the company and network with other associations, which is a great time to bring your business cards. Don't use other people's business cards. Bring your own business cards, and they're going to be gifts and raffles, and you can network with other agents that you may possibly be in a future transaction with. So I wanted to share that with you. Also, the articles that are brought up today at Caravan is Article 9, which the protection of all parties to ensure that whenever possible, all agreements related to real estate transactions, including but not limited to listing and representation agreements. Bottom line, what it is have understandable language expressing the specific terms and conditions. Understandable language. And then the other article is Article 9.7.11, which is change of listing information. Always, you have your broker that's here, you have myself, there's certain things that I'm limited to, but it is important that listing brokers shall always submit any change in the listing information, including the listing price or other change or other original listing agreements. And I'll just give you an example. Kelvin says, I have 2 of your listings under me. And I said, what? I don't get it. He says, yes. So because I switched from primary from Arcadia over to San Gabriel, my listing switched over to Kelvin. So I learned something new with that. And on another note, I've been informing you on WeChat, in our community of WeChat, CAR opposes no on the stance that they have on ACA 13. So make sure you educate. Those red alerts came out yesterday or the day before yesterday, and the emails are very, very clear. They're very simple and concise. Understand the reason why you want to vote no on these. You're very, very privileged to be a part of something greater. And by being a part of something greater is being a part of voting and you know, just in general. There's a lot of background. I don't want to get into weeds with the background, but it's under the current law, state voters initiatives and propositions. And then also, I want to share why CAR opposes it. It's because it will determine the voice of California's voters. The legislature shouldn't be attempting to change the rules just to avoid an outcome in which it might disagree. ACA 13 only applies to citizen-led initiatives, not those put on the ballot by legislature. So let's not try to be Florida and Ohio. We are California. Understand all of this information. It's a simple click. Exercise your right to understand that it's your privilege to vote. Also, it's one of your privileges as a realtor. I want to share some current events. Tonight is, for those of you who like to go to concerts, is the Electric Cowboy Techno concert out in LA to balance your life a little bit with Labor Weekend. And then on September 3rd, here in Temple City is the Farmers Market. Don't forget to attend the Farmers Market. And stay tuned. Haven't discussed the details with Kelvin, but coming soon, be aware. There's going to be some disco nights happening here at Temple City, here at the office. Look at Kelvin's frowning. He's like, "What? Hey, you can put on a little wig or something on, Kelvin. It'll be fun." So stay tuned for that.
We don't call it discos anymore.
What do we call it?
Party.
Okay. Well, it's going to be retro. It's going to be colorful. It's going to be a lot of color. So yeah. On this one, we're going to look at the rear view mirror. And a fun fact, I want to share with you that today was so enlightening to have sound rights assistant Mary we had them as a speaker here at our office about a week and a half ago, and it was very insightful. All the information about insurance and how insurance is starting to become a little obsolete here in California. So the affiliate stood up at the mic and she gave our office such a nice, beautiful plug. She acknowledged our office, acknowledged the agents they were here. She was mindful of the attendees they were here. She mentioned how classy the family is. She was very grateful for the management. And we're the only office that has invited them. So that's because we care. We care about every single one of you, to care about yourself, your personal self, and also your clients. So with that note, that's all I have to share with you for now. An agency with a lot of heart and an agency that cares. Thank you.
Great update.
Great,
I appreciate
great
it.
words. Thank you. Thank you, and have a wonderful anniversary.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, John.
So while she was speaking on, Sylvia was giving us the update on ACA 13. I was letting you guys read the information background about it. Very well put, because those red alerts that we received, definitely, if CAR opposes something, there is a strong opinion or a strong, what you call, political move in which they're trying to limit or strip away some of the rights or benefits of homeownership. So if CAR opposes something, we definitely encourage you guys to read it, learn it, take advantage, formulate your own opinions on it, and then vote, like Sylvia said. So if anyone wants to learn anything about all that stuff, I have the language, and I'll share that later with you guys. The cool things about belonging to a larger mother company, which we call CAR, and the father company, the umbrella, would be NAR. We have our CAR conference coming up, and I want to let you get excited. And just to reimagine conference will be September 20th and 21st for the free day, and there's a paid day on September 19th. If you want to learn about it, you can click the links and just search Reimagine from CAR. So a lot of great speakers. They have a bunch of booths that you can stop by, learn about the new products and techniques, technology, what the vendors are offering to nowadays. They have discounts on their products, and you can bring a whole bunch of business cards because they have tons of raffles going on. And every year I know there's a Dynasty agent win something. So if you want to join us September 20th next month, I hope maybe we'll caravan to the Anaheim Convention Center. Just make sure you register if you're interested in going, and we'll set up a caravan time on maybe September 20th or 21st. All right. Otherwise, you can always just go on your own because there is parking fees, maybe 10-15 bucks. So that's on the horizon. Rates have risen sharply in the past few weeks. There's not much going on in the real estate up or down front. Everything has kind of been just slower in terms of demand. So you could see here that the market minute has the details of what's going on. Rates have just been fluctuating slightly higher, slightly lower, not much changes, but there does appear to be one more rate hike from now to the end of the year, according to the Fed. So that's on the horizon and may further depress activity in the sales activity in our region. So there's potentially people saying there might be a soft landing going on, that inflation is in check, but everyone's out there saying, we're not out of the woods yet. There's still things and major concerns of high inflation and kind of a lot of things going on. So just want to make sure you can read the detail real quick. I'll cover the write-up. This is a 20-year high of mortgage rates being elevated. Okay, so 7.5%. That's quite considerable. It's not in a marketplace that most of us have not experienced, except for the really experienced agents who've been buying in the 80s and 90s. They know that it's been higher than this. We can see that the shrinking money supply is helping with inflation. So That's some of the things that we're watching and the economists are watching. So that's just really helping, hopefully just ending all of these rate hikes that we're experiencing. That hopefully when that happens, then people will be more interested coming back into the market to be buyers. So we do have to be wary that credit card and auto loan delinquency rates are inching higher. So that's something to show that debt is kind of accumulating and there is some delinquencies going on. Some people maybe lost their jobs or companies are downsizing. Rent growth is slowing down. So that's a good sign. So landlords are not raising rates more. Commercial real estate is starting to have a little bit more vacancies. And that's also why we're not out of the woods yet, is because we still have to see what's going on, not only just regionally, but what's going on in the residential and commercial fronts. So mortgage demand, it did peak during the spring period. And right now, I do think mortgage applications it's kind of just shrinking right now. There's not a lot of demand going into September, I'm sorry. And it's going to continue to decline till the end of the year. But that really does put a good opportunity for those buyers, as a lot of people exit and pause their search during the October, November, December months. That is a great time to be in the market, write offers on properties, and you won't have 10 offers competing against you. You might only just have a few. So that's why it's good to continue to shop with your clients, see if there's a buying opportunity. And it just takes a little bit of perseverance, because it is a tough representing buyers, because a lot of only one buyer can be selected out of many interested parties. The way you separate yourself, the way you differentiate yourself, is to continue to follow up, try to follow the listing agent's instructions, try to write your offers reasonably, okay? Not overprotective of your client and not underprotective either. So you have to find that good balance of writing your offers to a point where it's shows that you're a professional, shows that you know what you're talking about, has the areas that you are going to use if you need to protect, based if it's a newer property or an older property, single family versus an old fixer-upper, versus a condo, townhouse. Your offers are going to be different in each scenario. Okay, you can't just, you can't have one blanket type of offer and that works for everything. No, because every house and every transaction and every seller has different preferences. So that's why you have to structure and write them pretty much and cater to each property, because sometimes you're going to ask for the washer and dryer and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're going to check the box for home warranty, and sometimes you're going to have to just say, I'm going to waive it because there's 20 offers and I want to make sure my client at least gets their foot in the door, and not let that checkbox prohibit me or exclude me because I asked for termite. Now I'm not going to be considered because now the seller wants an easy, simple offer. I don't want to complicate. I don't want to make it. So I don't want to let a $2,000 termite bill stop me from getting acceptance either. So there's a fine line of balancing your offers to success. Communicate, talk to the listing agent. Do you mind if I ask for termite or not? Is that okay if I, what services do you like to use? I've seen that strategy all the time. And then they ask you, oh, who's your escrow, who's your home warranty, and who's your title, so that they could put it on there so that it's kind of something that I don't even need to counter them. They're proposing it. Okay. There are things you can do to build your relationship so that your offer gets accepted. Are you doing all those things to build that relationship with the listing agent, who's the gatekeeper? They're the one communicating with the seller, and hopefully you have an easygoing relationship professionally to that they remember you and help you get your offers accepted. So that's the little advice on offers right now. I'll start sharing my screen back towards the slides. And there is a market update. So CAR Deputy Chief Economist from CAR put together some nice updated slides market-wide. This is going to be for California, not the entire Los Angeles region. Okay, so I'll start with that. Give me a second, and hopefully you start seeing full screen, the market update. Someone say yes if you can see it now in full screen. Or no. You guys, do you see a chart or no chart? Or are you guys sleeping? Okay, it's not Labor Day yet. We still gotta wait a few more days, and then you can rest and have a long weekend. I hope you guys can see this chart, but if not, I'll just reshare it just to make sure. And there is a 2-year and a 10-year chart comparison of the Fed's inflation report. So we can see we are climbing and inching upwards towards the Fed funds target of 5.5. So we're almost there. You can see us bridging the gap. And once we hit that gap, then we can pause for a couple of months and not have any rate hikes. And then finally, he'll do some quantitative easing and start reducing rates. Okay, so as we see the treasuries rise, we can kind of see the Fed funds target is kind of inching higher again. And this is a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Right now, it's close to 7.25, okay, versus a dramatic difference of January 2021, where people were getting 2.65% 30-year fixed mortgages. So we've come a long way. Yes, inflation has caused a lot of this interest rates to go much higher, and then you couple that with home prices continuing to remain elevated, and that definitely creates an environment today everywhere that home affordability is at its lowest levels. Okay, it's the lowest affordability because of the high pricing and high rates, and because a lot of the mortgage payments is all dedicated towards interest in the first 5 years. So as you can see, here's the another snapshot of the rates, but I'm going to go ahead and just say the rates are not particularly high by historical standards. So if you look at the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage interest rate going here and here, you can see in the 80s, as well as from 93 to 2001, this is the same market as that, just 20 years ago. It's another cycle. So every 20 years, you've been seeing this cycle of rates kind of just becoming elevated, and that's kind of like your recessionary cycle. And that's what's going on, okay? So these are gray areas represent a time period where rates are above 6%. And that's where we are right now. What we experienced in the last boom of 10, 12 years is very, very depressed low rates, but that's really an environment that we're not used to. What we've been in the last 12 years has just been a stimulative type of economy, growing businesses, and US American, and a lot of that stuff is just kind of, hey, let's just continue to spur and keep rates low so people will spend, so people will start to succeed, and companies can build and whatnot. So for the last 50 years, we've only really had 12 or 15 years where rates were under 6%. So we were spoiled during this pandemic. Sales have dipped again. So you can see here, volume in California is really kind of on a lower spectrum of any of the last 15, 18 years. So yes, if you haven't hit your goals that you set up in the beginning of the year, I am sorry, but it's also, there is some market depressedness going on, and sellers are not motivated to sell their existing 3% mortgage and buying into something that's 7% right now, or 7.5. They're kind of what you call kind of just okay, satisfied with the status quo, stay where they're at, wait till a new environment or a new period, attractive time period comes for them, unless they are strongly motivated, a job change, maybe they're moving locations for schools, maybe they're doing a significant upgrade or downsizing. Those are the people who are selling right now. Otherwise, if everything's kind of okay and they still have their job and no major changes in their life, people are staying put. And the same thing with buyers. Okay, they're just really not shopping right now because it's just been a lot of time spent and a lot of too much competition in the past couple of years. So a lot of buyers have exited the market. And when most people are fearful, that is when you find opportunities. So that's why I told you this winter months, when things are slower, you'll see a little bit more price reductions. You'll see some offers not getting a ton of activity. And so there's more negotiability that should be on the horizon. So you can see here, these are the volume changes by region. Southern California, year over year, sales are down 14%. Month to month, it's down 16.6% from last month. So it's definitely down every region, whether you're in the Northern California, like Bay Area is very similar to Southern California. We are seeing much reduced sales volume. So you have an area where sellers also want high prices for their homes, like always, and the median home price is still elevated. For the fourth consecutive month, it's over 800,000 median home sales price. And as in the last 20 something years, you can see we're still very near the peak home pricing. So we have not had a much of what you call a recession in real estate, or a crash, or a bubble bursting, or any of those words that you're going to see from YouTubers and people out there who are just trying to put out bold headlines just to clickbait. We're seeing homes continuing to do what it's always predicted to do: appreciate. Okay, so that's why real estate is such a great investment. Let's go ahead and preach this to our clients and our friends and family, because I don't see it crashing. Okay, some small dipness is happening. You can see inflation is dipping with the CPI index, is definitely sharpening down in terms of core inflation. So that's a good signal that all of this whole year of rate hikes has finally coming to slow down the economy enough to the point where the Fed hopefully will be a little bit more confident for 2024. And the labor market is still very tight. We have unemployment claims not really that high as it was during the pandemic. You can see everyone was employed, and their mothers and in-laws, and everyone was claiming out for unemployment stimulus checks. And that's dwindled down to a low where now the sales force, everyone's working, and not too much new claims for unemployment. That's a good sign. So its spending is resilient despite all of the inflation and the high gas prices and the high beef prices and everything else that we're seeing in the market, produce. So you're seeing retail growth continuing to have some strong sales, especially in service sectors. And when you talk about food and real growth, these are all positives. Okay, consumer spending is still okay. At least it's not dipping and slowing down, because that will cause further recessionary cycles. So the yield recurve, this is remaining inverted period, and that is a worry. When the US yield curve is in this red territory, then that really just means that it potentially could lead towards a recession. When this happens in red, history shows that the period beyond the red becomes this black marks become recessionary times. So that happened in early 2000. It happened in the 90s. It happened in 2008 and 9. We had a crash, small crash during the pandemic. Now we're in the red again. So maybe we might have another 1 or 2 years of recessionary period coming in 2024. But I'm not be able to predict everything. No one can. But these are the signals that we're looking for. And the signals do say that buyers do have fewer options, and there's a shortage of inventory continuing to be below 2.2 months of inventory. So these depressed levels of inventory create many buyers writing offers on and seeing and showing the same properties because not too much stuff hits the market. So that's why you definitely want to be a listing agent. And how many homes are closing above list price? Well, in 2021, you can see practically more than half of the homes or more, majority were selling over asking. Same thing in 2022. There was a small period of time where things were slowing down and rates were hiking in the May of 2022. So you saw action kind of get depressed a little bit. And now there's still 50% of homes that are closing above that asking price. Okay. That's how resilient and how much strong buyer demand there is on the shortage of inventories. Okay. So that's really the key of keeping the median home price elevated, is because people are willing to pay it because they want to buy their home and because they don't like renting still. Okay. It's still not that attractive, just like always. Any questions? If not, we'll go straight back into the new inventory of our slides. So thank you for listening to that. I'm going to go ahead and continue forward on to the new listings. If no other questions or concerns on anything at all. Okay, so I do have one comment on here. Scott says it's not going to crash because this time around, we don't have the toxic loans that caused the last run up, which is true. There was a lot of stated income loans. There was a lot of mortgage lenders who were getting people approved just if they had a heartbeat and willing to sign for a loan, because anyone can get a mortgage back in 2005, 6, 7. And so we're not expecting a crash now because the buyers that are buying are well vetted. They are underwritten under very strict policies. And when rates do come down like we expect them to, home prices are going to continue to go up, because now if rates are 5% or lower or 4.5% or 1 day, that's true. Demand's going to come back. And then people are going to be like, yeah, I want to buy a home again. Yay, 4.5% or whatever. And you're going to have multiple offers, and you're going to have a situation where buyers are another frenzy, and that's going to cause more future appreciation. So that's going to have larger loan amounts. That's going to have larger home prices. It's going to require higher incomes. Okay, so that's great. Thank you for the comment, Scott, for your opinion. I'm in agreement. Okay. So new listing wise, we got Philip and Amy listing this in El Monte for this 3-bedroom for only $748,000. You can get a 2,100 square footage duplex. So that's not bad. 2 units in El Monte, $750,000. That's a pretty good price. Maybe it's all based on income, but that's not a bad deal, guys, for you investors. We have a lease. This townhouse is $4,800 per month. A newer Arcadia PUD style property, 1222 Temple City Boulevard. And Unit A is also available. Unit E was the one I just talked about. Unit A is 2,300 square feet, front unit, and that one's asking $5,200 per month on Temple City Boulevard. So congrats, Henry, on your leases. We have a nice, beautiful single family, 146 Palm Drive in Arcadia. This gorgeous 7-bedroom, 6-bath is being only offered at $2.8 million. That's a very attractive price, given you get 4,700 square feet, and given you have a gorgeous and huge 20,000 lot size. That's not a bad deal. If you're in the luxury end, this is a good price. You have Henry Leo also having this other unit. This one's for lease at $3,950. Same location. Looks like this development has a lot of them for rent. So Carmen has 683 First Avenue, Unit B, Arcadia. This condo is asking $3,500 per month for a nice 15-20 square foot. condominium. And this rental for $5,900 per month is a 4,270 square foot 5-bedroom at 35 Camino Real Avenue. Great northern location of Arcadia. Nice curb appeal. Congrats on that lease, Henry. And Anna Hui has 1228 Campbell Avenue in Alhambra. This is a rental for 3 units are available here. I think one of these units is $2,500 per month. And that one is 2-bedroom, 1-bath for 978 square feet in Alhambra. Lorena just leased out 1401 Reynolds Avenue in Glendora, 4-bedroom for $35.50 per month. And our new listing in Sam Chow. This is the Vero 1234 Wilshire community. This high-rise, sky-rise is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condominium for $559,000. Nice, newer, well-managed building. Congrats on his brand new condominium. Gorgeous looking interior. And very happy for Helen. She has a rental in Baldwin Park, $2,500 per month for this, 13751 Los Angeles Street. And this is $2,500 per month. Closing. And Zozo Zhao closed 11640 Mount Lassen Court, Rancho Cucamonga. Proud to see him close this single family, $690,000. Congratulations to Henry. He got this residential vacant land sold for $170,000. So this is a Monrovia 18,000 square foot lot. Good job. Nancy and Michael were closed 1347 O'Malley Avenue in Covina. This is a 3-bedroom sold for $722,000. And 3755 Randolph Avenue, LA. Good job, Adam Long. He closed this 3-unit property for $950,000. Kudos to Zhao Zhao, also closing 7432 Holloway Road in Rancho Cucamonga. Nice single family, sold at $787,000. And Jackson Wong closed 606 San Dimas Canyon Road. This is a 718,000 single family. So good job, Jackson. And Michael Dang. This is a North San Gabriel property, 6325 Longmont Avenue, 4-bedroom closed for $1.683 million. Great job for Michael, sticking through it and really just working with his buyer for about a year, looking for this next dream home. So good job on that. Ling Lu, she got this lease closed at 1390 square foot in Pasadena, 128 Oak Knoll Avenue. Callista Husus just closed her single family in Arcadia, 2816 Foss Avenue. This fixer-upper, 1,317 square foot, sold nicely. Good job to her, Callista. And anyone else have anything to pitch or coming soon? I do know we have a single family in El Monte on Bisbee Street, $750,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. That one is not on the market yet. If you have anyone interested, there's a fixer, but a very nice, good single family, good bones. So that one's listed by Joseph Wong if you need it. Anyone else want to pitch anything else? Sylvia just signed a new listing yesterday, so she'll go ahead and get that news information to you guys soon. And otherwise, if nothing else, we're on time. It's 11 o'clock. All right. Well, thank you for being here today. I'll end the slides with a nice little thank you and appreciation. So if you do need any help or contact the Coldwell Banker support team, they have a phone number. And if you have Moxie questions, you can email or reach out to the Moxie team, because there's a dedicated whole community out there trying to help agents adopt this new technology that we have. It's going to have for a long time. So might as well learn it now. Invest in your education. I want to thank you for everyone's Labor Day long weekend. So you guys go out and have some good time. Go sell some real estate, get something in escrow this week. But also appreciate those other workers out there who are also enjoying their long weekend. A lot of kids are going to be out of school enjoying the long weekend. But just recognize and appreciate all the cool stuff going on in your communities. And I'm sure there's a lot of cool family events going on. So with that, enjoy the long weekend. You guys stay dry, stay cool. It's going to be another hot week. And we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next sales meeting. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you, Sylvia, who's probably checked out. Have a great weekend. I am working throughout, so enjoy. Stay hydrated if you're door knocking, and let's get some business going, because when you do business, you do business. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.